And the winner is Leonard Bernstein Reflections by Peter Rosen.
Here's a comment from Jeremy Nicholas.
Now, when this film was made in 1977, it was really a straight documentary about the very first homage to Bernstein that had ever been done, given by the Israel Philharmonic. And then intercut with that are Bernstein reflecting on his life and his work. But now, of course, 35 years on, it's rather more than just a sort of contemporary documentary. It's now a historically rather fascinating document about, to use a much overworked word, an iconic figure in American music. And I've rarely seen a documentary of Bernstein, of which there have been many, in which he talks so fluently and cogently about the creative process.
And we're delighted that Peter Rosen, the film's director, is here today.
Thank you. The clip said pretty much what I was going to say, but I want to thank you for the award from Gramophone. Even in New York, where I'm from, we realize that's really the most important award in music for us. There is a bit of a backstory about this film, and the reason Lenny seems kind of morose and down at the time, it was filmed when his wife, Felicia Montalegre, was dying in the next room to the apartment where we filmed. And I kept saying, Mr. Bernstein, we can put this off, we can come back a year from now. And he said, no, let's do this, the show must go on. So it's interesting that it has taken 32 years. This was filmed in 1977 in Israel and back in New York. It was shown on the BBC and then on Austria television, ORF, and then Unitel pretty much censored it, banned it, took it out of circulation. Lenny, as many of you in this room probably know, had an exclusive deal with Unitel in the same way that Clyburn in '58, when he became famous, had an exclusive with RCA, and some of these record companies kept all other independent producers away. Somehow Lenny signed a release for me. I don't really know why to this day, but he let us shoot with him for over a period of months. And then the film, as I said, was put in a vault and was never seen again until some very encouraging people, who I want to thank as well, kind of dusted it off and have released it. EuroArts, Bernd Helltaler, EuroArts Music International, and here Naxos and their division here, Selective, but brought out this DVD. So I'm very grateful, after all these years, when a filmmaker, and this was my first film, actually, when I was 21 years old, and there's Leonard Bernstein. I was in way over my head in doing this, but I learned a lot from him. And I think that's sort of why it worked. He knew I wasn't Humphrey Burton, and it wasn't one of these flamboyant puff pieces that people were doing about Bernstein at the time. This was a very kind of honest, straightforward reflection, talk with him, and also we filmed every piece of music he ever composed with him on the podium at the Mon Auditorium in Tel Aviv at the Leonard Bernstein Festival, and worked very closely with his 3 kids, who are also as happy as I am that this has finally come out. So again, Lenny up there, I hope you're pleased that the world will probably finally get a chance to see this film. Thanks.